play some games with us. Come play some games with us. Faulkner's not great. You'll see it in the gameplay. He is not great. But come play some games with us. It'll be a good time, maybe. Howdy,
Maybe.
boys and girls. Welcome to Sweaty Plebs episode. Faulkner messed me up last week, so I don't remember.
61.
61.
61.
Could be episode 62.
Could be.
Possibly.
But it's 61.
Just 60. 61?
Yes, sir. All right. Welcome back.
I will tell you a fact about 61 before we get too far.
It's 8 from your favorite number?
No. Why? That makes no sense. Like, zero sense.
True, though.
Yeah. No sense. 61? My dad will be that year, or that age this year. That's a 61 fact.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, I muted myself.
Oh.
I got stuff
Because
on.
you thought you were going to laugh so hard. You don't want to.
I don't want to ruin the podcast.
It was so good. I had to mute myself.
Hey, man, I don't try to make people laugh. It just happens.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll roll with that.
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls. Let's kick it off. We got a lot of just general gaming goodness this week, actually. Like, if you're a gamer, it's been a good week for games.
Yes. For the most part.
Yeah.
Yes.
As a consumer, it's been a good week.
Yeah.
So before we dive into it, let's tip our hats to each other with some drinks.
I would like to dedicate a drink to each of you. You know, I have 2 drinks today. I'm a 2-beverage kind of guy.
Yeah, you're going to shotgun both of them?
No. Jesus, no.
You mix them together?
No. I don't know. Well, one of them, very excited. One of the best brands in the world, one of the best companies, Mr. Lagunitas.
Heyo.
Of the hop water. Yeah, this is 0 alcohol. I dedicate this one to Aiden because sometimes he drinks weird beverages, not because it's 0 alcohol. Anyways, it smells low. It's not bad at all, but I don't get why it's called Hoppy Refresher. If you've had the Lagunitas edible drink, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
It tastes just like that. So.
Weird.
Maybe it is that.
Definitely not. Otherwise, they would say that would cost twice as much as this. So this, I give it a refreshing. Rating is refreshing. Get it if you can. They also made me show my ID to buy that at the store. And I was like, it says no alcohol right there. And the guy was like, I can't let you check out unless you show me your ID. And I was like, I mean, I'm not trying to make a fight out of this, but why it doesn't make any sense. Anyways, just prepare yourself if you try to buy it, Faulkner, because they will check you. The second one.
Okay.
This is from Cooperage Brewing Company.
Cooperage.
Oh wait, and Gilman. Oh, this is a collaborative. This is okay. So Gilman Brewing Company and Cooperage Brewing Company. I don't think I brought this on before. I did buy this once with the intention of showing or drinking it on stream, but I drank it.
Yeah.
The stream, this is called The Struggle is Real. This is in dedication to Faulkner because I think it's about people with short arms. As you can tell by the can. So I'll test it.
Touche. S.O.
Fun can, though.
It is a fun can. I do like it a lot.
Oh, God.
Yeah?
The change between those 2 drinks. Oh, yeah. This one has alcohol in it. You can taste it by when it's in your mouth. There's also an alien on the can. Oh, man. Woo. It's good.
You can taste it when
Not
it's in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. No. It's actually pretty good. It's just was sort of expecting that smooth fruity flavor, and then this is a hazy. What is this?
Haze boy.
Yeah, that was a West Coast IPA brewed with Y80, Mature, and Reiku hops. 3 hops. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right on.
Cool. So your boy got California Apes, pineapple, craft cider.
Oh, they sell that near my house. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's from California. So it's cider. It's got pineapple in it. It's gluten-free. It's vegan. Smells like pineapple. You want to guess what it tastes like?
Pineapple?
Fucking, you nailed it, bud.
I was gonna say cider. I bet you it tastes more like cider than pineapple.
It tastes a lot like pineapple.
Is
It's
that a good thing or
I'm
a bad thing?
Yeah, I'm a pineapple boy, so I love it. I would not have bought it if I didn't like pineapple.
I gotta
I
send
like
you a picture
pineapple.
of these trees in my yard. They trimmed it up, and it looks like a huge, giant pineapple in the ground.
Yeah, I'm a little interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, why have you
It
not
reminds
seen
it
this
reminds
picture?
me of Stardew Valley. You know how you can get those super fruits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
reminds
get a
me
big
of
one. You know what? It reminds me of SpongeBob SquarePants.
He does live in a pineapple, Faulkner. That's a
Yeah.
little young person joke for
Under
you.
the sea.
Yeah, I've never
Now, here's a remix, Aiden. SpongeBob SquarePants who lives in a pineapple shaped out of leaves. Faulkner. Faulkner would.
Yes.
Yeah. Faulkner
That
SquarePants.
was a remix. Okay.
Yeah.
oh god.
What you got, bud?
Actually I don't have anything that different. Because I bought 4 packs. So I'm going through it. It's gonna be a month of Parliament.
Still feels like cheating.
What do you mean after? I'm also
Can you get you should ask them, can I get 4 different beers in my 4-pack so I can have different beers? They have to have at least 4 beers, right? Ask them to give you one each.
Yeah, but they
Wow.
don't sell it by the can. They sell it in 4-packs. So how the pricing is, and each beer is differently priced.
Yeah, but you're special,
Yeah,
right?
your
You
friends,
just
your
ask, they'll
friends
do
with
it
them.
for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is true. I'll see what I can do. Either way, it's the same beer as I think it's different than last week, but I've done this one before.
Okay, let's
My
see
bad.
the analysis.
And it tastes like a brown ale with coffee in it.
Now-
Always the deepest comments.
Maybe mix that with more coffee.
I
See
thought
what
about
happens.
drinking it in the morning.
Well,
Yeah, you might.
I'm a little proud, a little disappointed you didn't do it.
I only drink on this podcast. That's it.
Yeah, but
Faulkner,
a
there was
little
that one
morning
time that
drink?
we drank in the morning at work on St. Patrick's Day. Remember that? Like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Was I part of that?
Yes, you were. Or you were there. You were there.
I generally don't
Yeah.
didn't drink at work because I
Oh,
wouldn't be
think
able
we
to work.
forced you to. Yeah. We got a Guinness. Remember we didn't hog. We got all the Guinness that they put out, and we like put them in the secret fridge, and we had them the next day.
I don't remember this, to be honest.
I guess
was it
I
over
guess
the
you drank
weekend?
a little bit more. Yeah, it was on a Saturday.
Yeah, but I stopped working Saturdays long before you.
No, this was a long time ago. Anyways,
I've been known
I
to
can look up
forget.
the exact date. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been known to forget.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get
That
into
was it.
games.
That was-
Dylan, what have you been
That's it
playing?
for the podcast.
Yeah, it's no longer a video game podcast. We are a one beer review podcast.
Yeah, not even one beer. We just take a sip.
Yeah.
Just one sip. That's it. Games, man. I was thinking, what games have I played this week?
I don't know.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking it, and I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I now realize it's just such a whatever game that I just don't even consider it a game. It's just what can I do with my hands while I'm doing something else?
Okay.
It's
You-
okay.
You're not
I
enjoying
got
it?
into. Well, I enjoy the look and the feel of like being out and like doing the raids and stuff, but I just got to like one of the towns. Spoiler alert: it's London, but they spell it weird.
London.
I don't like the towns in Assassin's Creed. Like I think that part's just kind of boring. I know that that's where you do like all the climbing and stuff, but I prefer the outdoors. The wilds. Let me
Mhm.
run around with my axe and
The
chop
wilds.
people up. Yeah. Other than that, sprinkle a little Apex here and there. And Slay the Spire. Gotta touch it.
Just the classics.
Yeah. Another classic, Diablo 3, whatever season it is. I have a level 70 character. Wonderful time. Just
Yeah.
great. I forgot that you can only reroll one thing per item, and I needed to reroll a socket, and I rerolled the wrong thing, so my build is now screwed until I find the right one. Very
Rest
sad.
in peace.
Yeah.
What about Mario? Play any of that?
Yeah, I played a little bit of Mario with Aiden, and Let me tell you, there are things in that game that you can do that I did not know you could do, such as sprint. So
I mean, that does not surprise me at all.
yeah, that game is really fun. I I want to play it again, Aiden, but we are not gonna try that stupid dinosaur level, whatever that's called.
Yeah,
The
the Plessy ones.
yeah,
Plessy. Yeah, don't worry. There's, I think, only one more, maybe two more the entire game. So
dude, that really ruined it for me when we did that like 7 lives in a row and just died every time. I was like, man, this game kind of sucks.
that
But
was a peak. I feel like the
yeah,
most fun part is just picking people up and throwing them off the edge.
I mean that was all I was trying to do the entire time. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good game, but you know, it's a
Yeah,
Mario
you're not
game.
gonna play it by yourself.
I'll play a little bit by myself, but most of it will be like me playing with you.
Yeah, that's fair. It's
Cool.
mostly a me type of game, so anytime you're down.
Yeah, you have to request it.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah,
And what is it? Outward? Not great still.
yeah. You know what? I think I might be out on Outward. We tried to
It's-
play that again, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, just. Yeah, I think if we are going to play it, we have to like
Nonstop.
start at like 6 in the morning, not 6 in the morning,
Yeah,
but like
just
early
marathon.
morning one day, and just play like nonstop. Because going back to that and being like, man, what were we doing? Like, I think we saved out in the wilds too the last time.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when we go back, it's gonna be like, man, I don't know exactly where I am on this map. Like, fuck this.
Yeah,
This
we're
is
still
dumb.
in the intro area. We haven't even gotten
Yeah,
to like any other zones. That's
yeah,
our task right now.
yeah.
That
We're
does
going,
not
we were gonna
surprise me.
go past the big purple mountain. I think that was the last thing we decided, and then we got in one fight with some wolves, and I was like, well, I'm about to die. And then, oh, Aiden stole my bedroll, and threw it away or something, so I can't sleep.
You don't need sleep where you're going.
You do need sleep in that game,
It's kind of
unfortunately.
helpful.
Yeah. And I also wasted all of my meat trying to make soup.
Well, you can just eat the soup, right?
No, I didn't make any soup. I cooked all the meat though.
Yeah,
So I
you
can't
just
just eat
tried
the
to.
meat. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a game. Yeah.
And you can make bad food. One time Dylan fed me something, made my character throw up for like 5 minutes.
5 minutes of throwing up.
Yeah.
It,
I like
it
it was
lasted
like
a
boiled
long
berries
time.
or something. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, give it a shot. Outward. It's a game.
It's a game.
Yeah. It's 100% a game.
Yeah. I mean, if you're into those kind of games, then it's fine.
If you're into those kind of games, you can find something better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valheim is a better game than Outward. I can tell you that
I
already.
think they're very different.
They are very different types of games,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I won't disagree with you.
Maybe I'll play
Even though,
Valheim.
yeah, it's good. If you play it, I'll start with you, and I'll actually teach you things.
I did not teach Aiden
Oh.
anything
You
last
don't
night.
you don't have to teach me anything, Aiden. I'm already a master in the way of the Viking. Master Viking.
Okay. But what about building things? Did I teach you that in Assassin's Creed?
Actually, you build your town, so yes, there is a
Okay,
town
then
building.
he's
aspect.
got it.
Then you got to take the charge, man. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking- You
Tell
got
you
a
what,
PC,
though.
right? Plug that bad boy in.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, there is an Easter egg hunt right now, and that shit annoys the fuck out of me. I think I found like 14 of the 15 eggs I need to find without
Oh,
looking.
literal Easter eggs?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
there's an Easter egg festival in your town, and I cannot find the last fucking one. And I like looked up a guide, and I was like, I went to every one. Like, what is going on? So I can't tell if it's bugged or if I'm just like
Let's go with
extremely
bugged.
missing one.
Let's go with
Uh,
bugged.
If I can take a guess, you did not go to everyone. You went to everyone but one.
But one. No. I
Whoa.
followed the video and went spot to spot.
Did you, though?
Yeah.
I feel
sure
like
you
if
didn't
you
miss
did,
one?
you would have got it all.
No, I think it's bugged. I cannot find one of them for some reason.
I mean, I've seen you play games and not realize certain things are possible, like sprinting in a previous game that we talked about.
Mario?
Which is, it's been in every Mario still, my guy.
No, Mario 64. I swear you just run forward. Was it in Mario Odyssey? Because I played a lot of that. No, you can throw your hat. I know that. You throw your hat. Let me teach you a Mario Odyssey fact. Cappy. That's a hat's name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Aiden,
Cool. So
Aiden, what you
I'm
been
gonna
up
jump
to?
in.
Thank you.
So, main new game I played this week got Loop Hero, which,
Uh,
for those of you
some
that don't know, it's a
some
kind
may
of like
say.
semi-idle 8-bit / 16-bit style adventure type game where, based on the name, you got a little loop. It's a little roguelike. You, as you kill enemies, you get new crafting gear, you get cards that you play, you get new items to equip your character with. It's just all about kind of building up your own little adventure each time, trying to get all the crafting materials you can. So when you either die or exit that loop, or defeat the boss, if you're good, done that a few times.
No big deal.
Yeah, I'm pretty hot shit. You can take it back to your town, build new structures, which either give you buffs, like build some houses, you put some furniture in there. That just buffs your character a little bit. You build build a river. That unlocks some new tiles for you. You build a forest, unlocks new tiles. Get something that just gives you items right off the start of each run, and then you upgrade those, making it easier and easier as you go on. So I feel like there's a lot of good progression in it for a roguelike. It's probably have like 12, 13 hours, and I'm not like as hot on it as I was in the beginning. And be like every day, come home from work, being like, let's pop on a little YouTube video, watch that, play some Loop Hero. It's like Slay the Spire level, one of those types of games.
Very
I'm
cool.
excited. I
Yeah,
want to
it's
play.
not. Yeah, it's great. It's definitely not something that I'd want to do and like just do that. It's definitely something. 2 monitors, you're watching something else as you do it, but it's
An
good.
idle game.
I like it a lot.
That's
That's a Dylan game.
that's how Faulkner and I
Mhm.
became friends.
Yeah, it's
Tap Titans 2. We bonded over Tap Titans 2,
cute,
the second one.
beautiful.
Yeah.
One thing I'll recommend is I don't really see it happening, but if it comes to console, I would probably pass unless they did a major overhaul in how to control the game. It's definitely built for mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
I was wondering.
Don't worry,
Wanna play it.
Dylan has a PC.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Actually, I have 2 PCs now.
Technically, yes, but also no.
Hey,
I'm looking forward to
technically,
it.
is that what I live for?
I don't know if I'll get it or not. I haven't decided.
It's.
It'll go on a
Sell
decent
it.
sale.
It'll go on
I
Steam
think
sales.
it's worth
Yeah.
for you getting on sale, Dylan. Like whenever you can, buy it.
Yeah.
That's all I got. What you got, little guy?
Cool. We all didn't play games that much this week together, but
Saving it for today.
I played Donut Country on xCloud on my phone
Let me
with touch.
let me tell you something.
Touch controls.
That's a good game.
I really enjoyed it because I spent most
Yeah.
of my week watching Zack Snyder movies. So
Yeah, me too. But I only watched one of them.
I watched
Still,
all of them.
best
I watched
one.
all of them.
Yeah.
What, Sucker Punch even?
Oh no, I meant in the Justice
So,
League vein,
you
in the DC
fucking
universe.
lied.
I'm sorry, you're wrong. I actually
You're wrong.
I-
I'm sorry, you're wrong.
I low key really enjoy Sucker Punch. By the way,
It's a decent
Oh, it-
movie.
yeah, it's
for
pure
what
eye
it
candy.
is.
Yeah, it's pure eye
Yeah,
candy.
It's not decent, but I love it still.
Yeah. Like, if you're there for what it is, then yeah, it's great. So I played Donut Country. It is a fantastic game. It is such a chill
Mhm.
game to play while watching something on TV.
Plus,
Mhm.
it is one of your favorite pastimes, putting things in your hole. I know you love that.
Especially donuts in my rat hole.
Donut hole.
Yeah, it's cool. And I did it on my phone through xCloud, and it worked. It was great. It worked out fine.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not bad.
that's a very good
xCloud
touchscreen game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try Slay the Spire on xCloud to see how it handles, but
Can't imagine that would be that hard.
yeah.
I mean, touch
think it'll be
controls, not the way to play that game in my mind. But my dad does it, so if he can do
Sure.
it, you can.
Yeah.
I
just want
feel
to
like it's
yeah.
fine for touch controls.
I want to see how it runs. The other game I played was Valheim with Burger and Aiden. We played a little bit last night. Aiden bounced out early. I was up till 3 a.m. I just enjoy that game. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I like the look of it. From what I've watched, so I look forward to playing with you guys at some point.
It bridges the line of casual and survival really well. It's like a good casual entry into survival games.
Plus Vikings, which we all know.
Plus Vikings, you're right. Yeah.
It's the classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a nice like progression system. Like, right now you kill this boss, and then it tells you where you got to go next, and you're like exploring, and then you unlock new recipes, and then you're like, all right, I need to build all this new gear, and then you fight the next boss, and then it pushes you to the next biome, and so on and so forth. So it has a good enough loop where you're just kind of always engaged. That's all I played this week. And then I played some
Got one
Valorant.
more, buddy.
I'm sorry, I played some Valorant last night with Aiden and Burger, and
Yeah,
I was the best.
Tore it up.
I was the best. I'm best in the
That's a
team.
lie.
I'm the best at not shooting heads.
You're just a little
Okay.
little
Sounds like
barber
the
over there.
worst.
I'm the best at not shooting heads. I'm best at shooting around faces. I'm really good at that. Did it all night.
You'd be great
I
at that game at the carnival where you shoot the star out of the paper.
Yeah.
I'll give you. You did better than I think any of us expected. So
That's
congrats.
Honestly, if I can get like not middle of the pack, but just below middle, but not at the bottom, I'm happy.
Not the shitters, but
Yeah.
just kind of the guy that like every once in a while is helpful, and the other time just like, why would you do that?
Yeah. I'm that guy. It's great. I'm really just here for the heals. I play one character because that character can heal, and I don't utilize the rest of their skill set at all. I barely do, or I don't do it right. And then I can plant a bomb. So
I'd say that's all you need, but it's
Yeah,
not.
I thought you were talking about Apex up until planning the bomb part.
yeah.
So
So
you can't do anything.
either way, I have a lot of fun playing Valorant with the homies because I don't take it seriously.
Now, do you have
Okay.
any knife skins? Is
Yeah.
that in that game?
Yes,
the other game.
they do have nice skins.
It
in
is,
that game.
but it's very different than it had or is in Counter Strike.
It's not
Okay.
gambling, and it doesn't stress me out like Counter-Strike does. Like, it painfully watching these guys pay to open a box they earned hurts me deep inside.
Hey,
Yeah, but you can get a knife that's worth $500.
Yeah, the odds are very low.
Aiden does it all
but
the
it
time.
could happen.
It's literal gambling. That game is literal gambling
Yeah,
when it
Yeah,
comes
it
to
is.
loot
I
boxes.
like a good gamble. Yeah.
I would say that is every loot box ever, but
More
some
so.
of them do it better, some do it worse.
I would say more so because you have. It's not like you earn these boxes, but you have to pay to open them.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like that's the industry norm rather than like what Apex or Overwatch did.
Or Fortnite. Oh, they don't do loot boxes, do they?
don't
No,
think
you
they
just buy the skins. Yeah.
No, you just fucking spend $20 in one skin.
Overwatch, right? Overwatch, you just buy the box and it gives you whatever's in there.
Yeah, that and Apex are like the two big ones that actually do that. Everything else, it's like, hey, you get the crate, buy a fucking key, bud.
Yeah, they fucking.
I guess I don't play enough other games.
Yeah, because I think it's the other way around, but
Yeah.
We may just play different games.
yeah. But CS has been around a very long time, so their model
I used to.
that might be the old model, and I think the new models, like newer games, aren't going to do that.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I bet you it'll be a blend. in the
Yeah,
future.
Oh, here,
Until
newer IPs won't do that.
Yeah.
That's probably a better way of doing it. It's phrasing it.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I bet you we'll still see a little bit of both.
I'm sure. Well, I mean, it depends. I think a couple weeks ago, there's a conversation Germany is gonna change some laws around if a game has loot boxes and stuff like that. So if that's the case, it may alter the way I don't know. We'll see.
I'll hope
You
for
know
the
what?
best, but that's not the first big country that's done something like that, and
Belgium
nothing
already
changed.
did it.
Yeah.
Um,
You just got to get that snowball rolling, kind of thing. I personally don't mind loot boxes, to be honest, and Dylan and I have talked about this before, that like it's kind of fun, but we're not children either.
I know when I'm spending $200 like an idiot on Apex.
Yeah,
I know I'm doing that.
I
Yeah.
accept the responsibility.
Sometimes I regret it later. Actually, I don't think I've regretted it on Apex because I play that game more than by far my most played game.
Yeah.
Since it came out.
Yeah.
But
Like,
there
I don't
there
hate
have been
them.
times where it's like that was dumb. Like Like Aiden, when you recently, purchased
Worth it.
whatever,
Would
and
have
didn't
spent
get what you
all that
wanted.
money and
Yeah.
only have gotten that, and I would have been
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's my only problem is I just
As
kind
long-
of wish that they still had like the old system of unlocking skins. Like, back in the day, you're playing Gears, you're playing Halo 3. It's just like, oh, get this achievement, get this skin. Like, that's dead in the water with loot boxes.
I agree. I think a nice blend would be there are earnable ones, like you're saying, like, hey, there's these 13 pieces of armor scattered across these 13 levels. Go find them. Blah blah blah. And then on top of that, you can earn a currency specifically to buy loot boxes, however expensive they are. And then on top of that, you can pay just to buy them outright.
I mean,
That's my ideal situation if they're going to be included.
yeah. I mean, MCC does it like that. Actually, MCC, there's no
Yeah.
purchasable skins. Like, they still have, like, achievement-based skins. Like, hey, kill... I think one of them is, while you're falling, assassinate something,
elite.
and then you get a skin, right?
Yeah.
So...
You have
Which-
to, it's assassinate an elite from a height that would kill you otherwise, and then use that to save you.
Yeah, so, like, that's still a current game that I think that...
It's current, but it's also not current.
Well, that
Old game.
that challenge is current. They added that challenge recently.
Yeah,
Yeah, so...
but they're just remaking those old games into a new product. Like, I feel like that's different than, like, if Halo 5, for example, did that.
Yeah.
That would strike me more.
Well, that's why I'm saying I'm kind of excited for Halo Infinite, because the guy that helped develop that system is moving to the Infinite team, right? So hopefully we see more like the resurgence. And I think you're going to start seeing more games that are kind of going back to like some old school ideas. The reason I say that is Outriders. Outriders is coming out. It's not going to be a live service game. They're like, there's no microtransactions. So like, this is the full game. Here you go. We thought it would be easier and just better for everyone if we just gave you the whole game.
Which I'm on board with, but
Yeah.
if it doesn't sell well.
I mean, we can get into the news right now if you want,
Yeah,
because it's part of it.
You're already there. Segue.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
I
something
get
about
it.
Outriders. It's coming to Game Pass day one.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Woo!
We knew because it came out this week that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
We are in tune with the news, and I'll tell you what, that probably made it so Outriders is a game that I'll actually play, because that demo was not good, and I was 100% not going to get it. But now I think I might play it.
Yeah, it was for sure I'll buy it at a deep discount game. And now
It
it's
was-
more of a,
yeah.
I guess I have to play it now. Like,
Yeah.
it's a Square Enix
So
game.
they get you.
Dude, a Square Enix game, day one, a third-party title, day one, that has some hype to it. It's pretty crazy.
I don't think it has hype other than being a day one Game Pass game at this point.
It has a little bit of hype.
If this game
Yeah, it's
came
got
out
a
and
little bit.
you didn't tell me about it, I probably would have.
Yeah.
Skipped it 100%.
But I mean, I keep my eye on the news probably a lot more than you when it just comes to general releases, and it definitely has some hype to it.
I think a lot of the hype died with the beta, the demo.
It's not a beta; it's a demo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're not
flipped- I
entirely
flipped
wrong.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say some of it died. It's a very mixed review of the game. I think my biggest issue with some people, the way they play it, you don't play the game like a normal cover shooter. You just can't play the game like a normal cover.
You have to shoot to heal.
Yeah, like you have to be constantly engaged in combat. That's the loop. Like the hiding cover system is more for the enemies than it's for you. It's more for you in the sense that what is the lay of the land, and then you get really aggressive. It's a very aggressive played game. So if you play it
How am I
like,
gonna fuck these dudes up?
yeah, that's all. That's the only point of the cover system, to be honest. And if you're used to playing cover shooters like Division, where you're always using the cover system all the time, you're not going to enjoy the game 100%. That's when I was playing with my buddy on the PS5. He was like doing just the normal typical cover system thing, and I was just in the shit the whole time. He's like, it's okay. I was like, no. You got to be more aggressive. Like you just
Yeah.
Just the way
Just
the
have fun
skill
with it.
system, yeah, the way the skill systems work. Like if you hide in the back, it's just not fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will try that when I play it because I'm not going to play it since it's on Game Pass day one.
Yeah, so I think that's really cool.
I do think it's extremely cool, and if I hope this goes well for them so that we get more of this in the future.
Yeah, I think that's the big part of it's like, hey guys, it's on Game Pass, fucking play it. The more people play it, that means the more successful it is in that sense, right?
Yeah.
So
Aiden's gonna play it twice. You can download it on both of his accounts.
And the fact that it has crossplay, right? Crossplay is cool.
Crossplay, great, man. I will tell you what, cross progression, fucking add that shit to Apex Legends. You
Please,
please.
Especially the Switch was like the perfect time to add it. The Switch would have been perfect time. Especially when the Switch has its own like special skin. Oh.
Yeah. I haven't I do want that skin, and I haven't even downloaded it just because like
what's the point?
I don't just want to have it on this account because I'm just never gonna play on the Switch,
Missed opportunity. From what I'm told, however way they built Apex, it made it very difficult for cross progression.
I feel like cross play should be harder than cross progression, but I don't, I'm not making the games.
Yeah.
So
I get it, but it's still an issue regardless.
Yeah. Game Pass news. Again, this is a huge Game Pass release. We got Undertale, first time on Xbox.
Is a good game, Faulkner.
Cloud console PC. I have not played it.
100% play it because it's basically Earthbound, but different. Right, Aiden?
Yeah.
So, Faulkner, that is a game from your generation.
Thank you.
Built by my generation.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna try it out and see what it's about. Other games we have Empire of Sin, which is a Paradox game. It's a.
Are you excited for that?
I am. Of course, I'm excited for it. It's a tactical shooter
mob game.
Yeah, it's like an XCOM style combat game with
Chicago mafioso.
Yeah,
Chicago
it's like there's like some mobster management systems involved, right? You got to manage your criminal empire kind of thing. I was very kind of excited. I heard the AI isn't the best in it, but for me, it's really just like being a 1920s mobster, and of course, I just like micromanaging businesses and making a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, so like it really like checks a lot of boxes for me.
We should give each other mob names. I'll give Aiden a name. Aiden, you're gonna be Big Tony. Now you give Faulkner a name.
Can I just do Little Tony?
Yeah.
You get whatever name you want. All right. And then
that's my name.
Dylan's name is Papa Red. Red Papa.
Oh, that's better than mine.
Yeah.
Medium-sized Pete.
But
I like medium-sized Pete.
I'm excited for it. I'm sure it's probably not your guys' kind of game.
I saw it's that one's actually already out. I was looking at Game Pass last night, and I looked at it and I was like, that actually looks kind of fun. I would like to play that, but not on my Xbox.
Yeah.
It looks like a good.
It was a PC first game. Yeah, it was a PC first game. I mean, most Paradox games are going to be on PC, and then they port it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the ports they have done of their previous games have been pretty good ports. Like, because I play most of the Paradox games that comes to Xbox, and they do a good job.
They do a knock it out of the park.
Yeah, for the most part, like I usually recommend it. Because it can be a little clunky. Those kinds of games can feel very clunky because there's so much to manage, so many windows and screens, but they do a good job.
Hey, good for them. That's what I say.
Yeah. What else we got? We got Octopath Traveler.
That was the biggest surprise to me.
Huge.
I thought that was going to be Nintendo Switch exclusive forever.
Me
too. It's not. Guess what? Coming Game Pass,
dude.
And I'm gonna give it another shot because I never beat it, but I think playing that on a bigger screen, because I only played
Yeah.
handheld when I got that.
Yeah.
It
Game looks
might be
great.
fun. Plus, now I won't have to buy it again to play it on my Switch. So
Yeah.
I'm juiced up. I love the style of that game. Story kind of sucks, but I'm down.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah.
I'll say that. That is a wild turn of events.
The partnership with Square Enix is
Yeah.
kind of amazing right now.
Yeah.
So you
Mhm.
have
Wait till Final Fantasy VII Part 2 comes day one to Game Pass.
Yeah,
Probably won't.
it probably won't.
It won't.
But that's fine because we get to play all these Final Fantasy and Square Enix games on Game Pass already. Like, it's a huge catalog that we get to play. It's amazing.
Did they do Dragon Quest 11, or is that something else, or is that Bandai?
I feel like they did.
That's Bandai.
Maybe it might
I
be.
don't know.
I confuse them all the time.
Yeah.
So
But,
Because Dragon Quest 11 is, that's a good one. No, I ended up not playing a whole lot of it because I put on autoplay, but as a game, tell you what.
other games. Star Wars Squadrons.
A game
Woo!
that
we can finally do it.
Yeah, that some of us said wait for it to be on Game Pass, and one of us said I buy for everyone.
Hey, I'm just being a friend.
Yeah.
Tim just texted me. He told me he's downloading it right now. So funny.
Uh,
It's a good game. We've talked
Yeah.
about it. It's for what it is. It's really good for what it is.
yeah, I
Yep.
think it's a great game. About
It's just not your
space.
game.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a game that is kind of my game that I played a long time ago. Actually, the first game I played on PlayStation 4.
And
Near.
how do you pronounce it? Automata?
Automata?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Automata?
You're so uncertain.
That's a
And-
game, Faulkner. That, let me tell you, it's a game you should play.
It's on PC. It's coming out on PC.
I think it's already on.
It's already on Xbox.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if we ever talked about it here, but I'm trying to remember what goes on, and you fight somebody in a suit at one point. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah, it's kind of a transcendental experience.
Yeah. There are robots that kind of remind me of you, Faulkner, that you fight. You kill a lot of them. The short robots, Aiden. You know those ones?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I know the ones.
Yeah. You kill a lot of them. I'm pretty certain you're like an anime girl with blindfold, but you're a robot or an android.
I know in the cosplay world, it's a big
Because
cosplay.
she's got a butt.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
female character with a butt, big in the cosplay world.
Yeah. Her name is 2B, right?
Yeah, nailed it.
2B. Yeah. Too much butt. That's what that stands for.
Fair enough, I guess.
Middle name is much.
All right. Well, any other big titles for you guys? If not, I'll just pound through the different titles that came out.
Torchlight 3, garbage game. Don't play it.
It's garbage on console. It might be better on PC, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think
'Cause
if you play through Game Pass, you can't do any
It just doesn't.
mods or anything, right?
Well, even mod or non-mod wise, like it just doesn't handle well with the controller, with the port. The port just doesn't feel good.
Torchlight 2, 100% fine.
Yeah, Torchlight 3 had a lot of production hell.
Yeah.
Like the development for Torchlight 3 is kind of ridiculous. I'm surprised it even came out, to be honest.
Yeah. You know what? Don't change it if it's not broken. The old adage.
Well, I
My
mean,
advice.
Torchlight 3 wasn't Torchlight 3 originally. It was going to be like this
Torchlight
MMO.
Online.
Yeah, it's going to be an MMO game, which I don't. They built a wonderful action RPG game, like series, and then they're like, "Oh, we're going to do an MMO now." It's like, why?
They're kind of become RuneScape. RuneScape 2.
Dollar bills.
Yeah.
That's my only concern with Diablo 4 is they're trying to give like the semi MMO type feel, right? Because there's an open world to it.
Yeah, but
you
if
can have other
somebody's
people
gonna get
in your world in Diablo 4, which is
a
like
Blizzard made game,
Yeah, it's.
should be able to do that, right?
I think they'll be fine. It's going to be kind of the same as Destiny, where it's like it's open world,
Yeah.
MMO, but it's not really. So
I'm sure
who
there's
cares?
a setting when you go online it goes friends only or open lobby or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Right.
You would
So you would think so. Any other titles that tickle you guys' fancy before I pound through them?
Superland. I don't know about it, but I heard it's okay.
It's an open world action puzzle platformer.
That's Aiden's kind of game.
I like
That's
some of
Aiden
those
game.
things.
Yeah, that sounds like an Aiden game.
Yeah.
Yep, and
that's a PC
again.
because I think
Ooh,
it
it's on-
already
I think
came
it's
out on
on
console
console.
already. Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah.
There's a lot of PC stuff in that goes into the news, the further news today.
What other PC stuff might be coming to Game Pass?
EA Play is
Wow.
officially on Game Pass.
Remember when they announced that like months ago and then nothing happened?
Well, they announced
But then something did.
EA Play
Okay.
was coming, right? And they're like, we're working on PC, so
yeah,
it's on Game Pass. I think what Game Pass needs to do next is integrate with Steam.
Yeah, I mean that would be fantastic. It's not
I
going to
don't
happen.
see that one happening. Yeah,
But that would be cool.
You never know.
Remember when we thought Game Pass was going to go to Switch, or we hoped like 2 summers ago? I was like, man, imagine if I didn't have to buy all these indie games and I'm
never say never, man.
Switch twice.
Never say never. Anything can happen nowadays. Anything can happen.
So
Game Pass is not going to PlayStation.
Yeah.
I will say
no.
to that.
I would.
I will go back.
Yeah,
So
for the most part, that's true.
The only way that Game Pass would get on Steam is if Steam was offering it through the game store and took their 30% cut on every transaction. Microsoft's not going to do that. I feel like I don't see that happening.
Maybe we'll see.
We'll see.
I feel like this is one of the things we won't see.
What I could see in that type of arrangement, here's just a hypothetical. If you subscribe to Game Pass on Steam, it's a higher price. So technically, you can do it if you want to. It's like $1 more or something, right?
Yeah, it would have to cover the cost of that cut.
It's for Xbox, it's not so much because they have so much financial overhead, and they can eat a loss. It's more of like, hey, we got you in the ecosystem kind of thing.
Yeah, but at that point, you're helping out a competitor.
They are a competitor, but
to some degree.
They're not at the same time. I'm just like spitballing, or maybe they partner with GOG or someone smaller. I don't think it'll happen with Epic.
No.
Well, actually,
no, it won't.
Yeah, probably not Epic.
Probably not. And if they do it with GOG, it's kind of whatever.
GOG has its own thing.
It does, but it's also.
But GOG and Epic have an integration. You can actually import your library from GOG into Epic.
So is that so much integration, or the fact that GOG is all DRM free? So
yeah, I mean that's a big part of it. Yeah, they're DRM free, so it's like because I connected my GOG account to my Epic account, and I can just launch the titles that I've purchased through GOG through Epic.
Yeah, which
actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a surprise, but much less than Game Pass on one of those stores.
I'm just talking possibilities.
Hey, I mean, it's a good dream.
Yeah, a boy's got a cynical dream. I didn't think EA Play would be on Game Pass either. Right, that's a paid service. So,
I'm sorry, Minecraft X Uniqlo skin. That's a thing.
Yeah.
That was that happened.
That happened.
I think it adds new monsters.
Cool.
Too. I think I actually looked at that.
All right. Yeah.
This
new mobs are sure to delight.
Yeah. It's whatever. So Game Pass had a lot of cool stuff happen this week. I think, like I said, it's for gamers. It's been there's a bunch of other like indie games on here. You have Yakuza, Pillars of Eternity, right? If you're into Western RPGs.
Indie game Yakuza.
Oh, I'm sorry. Genesis Noir and Superland.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Narita Boy.
Narita Boy I looked at. It seemed interesting. I'm going to possibly try that one out.
Yeah. And then, so it's been a good, for Game Pass, it's going to go good week.
Great news.
It's been great news all around. Let me tell you, one of my favorite Switch controller companies.
8-bit though?
Yeah. Thank you for saying I don't actually know how to say it. I purchased one a long time ago. Really like it. I thought about buying the Pro controller. Good thing I held off because this new one.
Yeah, man.
Very, very nice. see those buttons on the back, and now I can't play games without it. So
Yeah, it looks like a great controller. It's only $50. It's on pre-release. It comes out on the 12th. They have 3 different models. They have a black, a gray, and then like a OG classic Nintendo version of it. It looks like a wonderful controller. I might actually finally snag a controller for my
It's
Switch.
It's
I
pretty
recommend
neat.
the one I have, and you can use it on. I've used it on my iPad too. I've used it on. I think you can use it on your Xbox also.
Yeah.
Actually, no,
Yeah.
maybe not Xbox. You can pretty much use it anymore, so it's good.
Yeah, it's got
Um,
rechargeable. It's got the sensors, the gyro control, turbo function. You can have customization if you connect it to your PC, you can customize profiles and make profiles for it. It's a pretty, for what you get pretty much everything I get on my Elite controller, my Xbox Elite controller, which is 4 times the price.
Now, obviously, this is a new product,
Yep.
but comparing the 8-bit toe controller that I have with my Elite controller, the build quality is absolutely, you can tell the difference.
Sure.
Elite
Mhm.
controller just feels so much better, but 8-bit toe is not bad. Nothing to play
For the
with.
price,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
For $50, like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I'll note is, so I got one 8-bit Do controller back in the day, and it and my Switch just did not like each other. Like, there'd be like a month-long span where it worked perfectly every day. I loved it. And then I would just have to repair it every time I turned my Switch on for like the next month, which not the most fun thing to do.
That's fair.
Yeah, I do remember the pairing process being weird. Like you have to hold select and then a direction on the D-pad, and it's just like I don't
Yeah.
want to have to look this up every single time.
This one has
I
a
do it.
mode switch button, has a specific Switch version.
So, yeah, looks.
Oh, it has a
seems like
switch
they've
switch.
improved it.
Yeah, a mode switch.
Is it an actual button?
Ooh.
It's
or
a
a switch?
toggle. It's a toggle right here.
Ah, so it is a switch. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I
there's
like it.
nothing-
I'm
nothing
happy it's
crazy.
there. I'm happy it's there.
Yeah.
How about that?
if I didn't already own a Pro controller for the Switch,
Sure.
I would probably get that.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with the licensed controller, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Pro controller feels better, obviously, but well, I can't say obviously because I haven't touched this, but it feels better than my 8-bit Do controller I have. But it's Nintendo.
Sure.
I mean,
Probably gonna feel
if you
good.
want to get a second controller for someone you don't care about, that's the one.
There you go.
Well, I have a controller for you if you ever visit, Aiden. So
Yeah.
Let's get into PlayStation. PlayStation also had some great game releases coming out that's free, and a lot of them are indie titles. We have
let me tell you,
Abzu.
Abzu.
Classic.
I played that game. You go underwater. It's a fun game. Faulkner. It's about swimming. You would love it.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Like, I love all the other things that same studio that I forgot the name of did.
Me too. I don't know the name. But you should get it. You should play it if you haven't. Very atmospheric.
I mean,
if you have color changing lights, set them all in blue, and like you're underwater. Go for a swim.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, you should just grab these because they're free.
I would if I
not
didn't
grabbing
own
it.
basically
them.
every single one already.
Yeah.
You should just still grab them
on some
anyways. Just claim them to claim them.
I mean,
You know
I
what?
will, but I
Sometimes
also think I own
it's
them
not
all
worth
on
it.
PlayStation.
So let me just read the news article on it real quick. The program. So essentially, they're having this program called Play at Home for 2021, and we're getting some free games coming out for the next month.
It was last month too. You got Ratchet and Clank last.
Yeah, you got Ratchet and Clank last month,
Mm-hmm.
which you can still claim. And March 25th is when this kicks off, right? So we get a bunch of indie titles. So we're getting Abzu. We're getting Enter the Gungeon.
Classic.
That is a good one. I'll tell you.
Yep.
Top 3 roguelike of all time.
We're getting Res Infinite.
Heard that's very good. Never played it.
I've heard it's great. Haven't played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting
That's like the one on
Subnautica.
Now,
Two
some
ocean
people
games.
confuse Subnautica with Abzu, and I may have been one of those people for a long time. They are in fact different games. I've never played Subnautica.
I heard
Both underwater.
it's
interested,
fantastic.
yeah.
I heard Subnautica is a fantastic game, especially if
You
you
get
like Outer
on a
Wilds,
submarine.
right?
Yeah.
If you like Outer Wilds, it has similarities in a sense. It's on
Mhm.
my eventual to play list. It's on Game Pass currently, I think.
I don't believe.
Or it was
Actually,
on
I
Game
don't
was
Pass.
at
know.
some point.
I think it was. I don't
Yeah.
think it currently is.
So we get in Subnautica. We're getting The Witness, single player game in an open world, dozens of
Witness.
locations.
Amazing.
Or The Witness. I
Yeah.
apologize. I've never
The
played
Never
it.
beat it.
Amazing.
It's
Yeah.
if you like puzzle games, it's one of the best of all time.
This was on, I think, Games with Gold. Must have been Games with Gold. A long time ago, and I happened to be home with the papa at that time. Downloaded it on his Xbox, and I was like, "Let's just play this game." We just played that. for
Is
a
it
very long
multiplayer?
time.
Or you guys
No.
just switched off?
We were just sitting there together.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
it's single player, but it's definitely like a team building experience if you're playing with other people.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So they tell you some dumb ideas sometimes.
Yeah.
And then PlayStation didn't forget their VR audience, because PlayStation is all in on VR, and we'll dive into that a little bit more. But we're getting Astrobot Rescue Mission.
Amazing.
We're getting Moss.
Pretty good.
I like the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that mouse reminds me of you.
We're getting Thumper. You're into rhythm games.
I heard Thumper was
Classic.
really good. Yeah.
If you like rhythm
It's-
games, it's
Gary.
And then Paper Beast. And
that's
Nothing to say about Paper Beast.
Yeah.
I'll say something about it. Paper Boy is from the show Atlanta, featuring Donald Glover, Faulkner's favorite actor.
I do love Donald Glover. He's
I feel like it's weird to just say featuring for that.
Sorry.
either
Great.
way.
Bye.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And then another big one. This is a big one. Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition will be available from the 19th to the 14th.
Unfortunately, I bought that one. It was on sale during summer sale.
So this is a big one.
It's a good one of those games. I think it's the best setting for one of those games, besides a Viking setting or samurai setting.
Your bias towards Viking and Samurai is very funny. Did you hear the rumors for the next Assassin's Creed will be Japan?
Yeah, the same
I feel
fucking
like
rumors it's been for
I feel like
decades.
that's been the rumor for forever. No, I didn't hear that. Will I play it? Probably not.
Probably will.
Probably not. No, I think Ghost of Tsushima filled that void in my soul, and then this Valhalla will get my Viking one, unless they do a Viking samurai fight. Where what is it called? I'm playing the game right now. The thing that ruins Assassin's Creed. You go into Otherworld, the future, or whatever.
Oh, the Animus?
Oh,
Yeah. The Animus. The Animus is cross paths.
Yeah. I mean,
And-
we've talked about like how they should handle Assassin's Creed, but
Yeah.
that's not going to happen because you can't.
Mhm.
You don't make money that way. You're not Ubisoft doesn't make money. Even though I think honestly, Immortal, whatever, Rising Phoenix,
Phoenix Rising.
their new
Yeah.
DLC is about to come out, and it's takes place in China. You're a different protagonist. You follow the Chinese lore. Like that sounds like that's the approach they
Yeah.
should be taking. That's so cool.
I'm super into that.
I would love for them to like just run with it and just do DLCs for that game and go, all right, now we're gonna explore the Indian lore and we're gonna explore Ethiopian. You know what I mean? Like just go to these different cultures. Like it's
They
the
would have to
perfect
change,
platform for it.
So many different like assets. Like the buildings in this game look nothing like the ones in the last game.
Charge
Well, actually, sort of.
charge extra for the DLC. Like if it feels, even if it's a 15-20 hour experience, right?
Yeah.
But
Charge $40.
charge $40. People will. I swear, people will do it.
Yeah.
Or
No, I think you're.
don't even
right.
call it DLC. Just do like something like Far Cry Blood Dragon.
Yeah.
where it's like
Agreed.
an off the beaten path method.
Yeah, I think people will spend easily $30-$40 for these quote unquote expansions that give you a completely different biome, different characters that you follow, but it's the combat system's the same and like stuff like that.
Mhm.
We're already sort of doing that for $60 every year, though. Right now, or every year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, I think.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I think aesthetics wise, I think Immortals is just a prettier game for me.
I like the
Yeah.
look of it, but I played the demo of that, and I think that Valhalla is actually a very good looking game. It does
Yeah.
have its issues.
It's like
But
technically impressive
yeah.
versus aesthetically.
Yeah, I like I said, aesthetically, I think Immortals is a much better looking game. I also think the combat system looks smoother and the animations run into each other better comparatively. From what I've seen,
Yeah.
especially
I can understand that.
as you of course as you unlock skills and gear and stuff, right? Like
It's actually not that important
You can do that?
in Valhalla, in my opinion.
that's a little
I can see
unfortunate.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they definitely can sort of change the way you play, but
Is it like mostly just like little like percentage things like, oh, you deal like 10% more
there's
per
a lot
hit
of
now?
percentage ones, and there's like some skills. It's
Mhm.
like, oh, you can now like do a sprint attack, but it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still just running up and hitting the dude once, and then
Yeah.
getting in a parry / heavy attack, light attack fight.
Yeah. A little uninspired.
Yeah. That's the fortunate, because I've seen some like combat gameplay of people like playing Immortals well, and you're like, oh man, that's really cool how they chain these skills together and change
Yeah.
how you
Mhm.
But
like you changing
gotta remember,
like
that's
verticality and stuff like that. And I was like, that's actually really cool.
Breath of the Wild light, man.
Yeah.
And that game had some crazy fight tactics.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And even for me, for like Ghost of Tsushima, the combat's pretty, just feels like a really good Assassin's Creed, right? So it's like, if I really wanted to, I could stick to one combat stance and still do okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
switching.
Switching is
Yeah.
the best thing to do, but
Like,
I
You shouldn't do that, but you could.
yeah, I literally could, and I have like stayed in one stance and just parry, dodge, and that's always been kind of that genre for a long time. Is like you parry and then you attack, parry, attack, kind of thing, or
Mhm.
dodge attack, whatever unblockable skill they're attacking with. So
Red moves.
yeah, your red moves. But I think that's cool. Some really cool Sony games coming out that's going to be available free for everyone. Another game that I'm particularly excited about that got announced for PlayStation and PC is Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Did you guys ever play Dark Alliance back in the day?
No, we're not old.
Nope.
So I played a lot of Dark Alliance 1 and 2 on PlayStation
So
or Xbox with Tim.
I do actually think that I've played it, but not until I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago. Is that also like a bar? Like, there's a what do you call it? A bar cabinet game? What do you call those?
Arcade game?
Yes,
This is an action
it an
RPG.
arcade?
It's an action RPG game.
But is there an arcade version of it? Because I'm almost positive that I've played this.
I want
at
to say
G Street.
no. It could be. I've never played
Yeah.
it.
I have no recollection of that, but it seems like something that could have happened.
I mean,
Is everybody
this was like in the early 2000s, 90s, right? The original ones?
Asking the wrong person.
Yeah. Let me tell you, early 90s, I was a baby. Aiden wasn't alive for most of it.
Yeah, so this is like PlayStation 2 time frame.
Yeah. We didn't have a PlayStation. We had a PlayStation 2 very
I feel
late.
like
And only to play San Andreas and Ratchet and Clank.
Either way, I played a lot of Dark Alliance back in the day. I loved it. It's fantastic. So we're getting a new version called just being called Dark Alliance, and June 22nd. So it's coming very soon. It looks fun. It has co-op, which it had co-op
Let me tell
before.
you a fact really quickly about June 22nd.
Yeah, I'll buy that with you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
We could possibly get this game as a birthday present for somebody. And
For Faulkner.
This very chat. Faulkner, June
Faulkner's
22nd,
born
your
June
birthday.
22nd.
That's not my birthday.
Now the
Well,
world can know.
I don't
you
have a
won't
birthday.
legally confirm your birthday, so we get to make your birthday whenever we want.
Yeah, for me, this is just exciting. I played D&D pen and paper when I was in school as a child, and big follower of
Not
D&D
invent
games.
computers yet at that point.
They were there. They weren't great.
I know I'm messing with you.
Yeah, so I'm personally very excited for this game. I hope to play with one of you guys with it.
I'm
I'll
on
play.
board. Also, whenever you want to get Baldur's Gate 3, let me know.
It's technically early access, so I kind of just want to wait.
Yeah,
But,
so
yeah.
just let me know whenever you're ready. I will buy it.
But yeah, I'm on board to do that. It's that studio that's Larian Studios is, when it comes to Western RPGs, they're to me they're prime.
They're the peak.
Yeah. So other than that, VR news. PlayStation 5 announced their VR next gen VR. I'm not a VR guy.
Looks weird. I bet it's going to work very well.
I'm sure
at
it's
least
gonna be
better
fine.
than their last system.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be fine. The controls are kind of weird. It's just weird to see the triangle and the square button on the left controller, and then the circle and X. Like in my mind, just from like going from using a controller where all the buttons are on one side, and then splitting the buttons in half, where some of them are on this side and some of them are on this side.
Have you ever played a Nintendo Wii?
No. Well, I have, but not a lot.
You have the Joy. What is that thing? Not
Yeah,
the Joy-Con.
Yeah, but it's just a
nunchuck and the thing.
Wiimote?
But
Oh
it's-
no,
but-
there was the to play some games. You had like a connection thing where there was some buttons here and a thing here.
But it's mostly a thumbstick and a Z button, right?
There's like 4 buttons on it. But
No, there was 3 buttons. There was a
I said
thumbstick.
like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
actually 2. Yeah,
but this one has the trigger. Each side has its own trigger. It has this thing, has a thumbstick, and then 2 buttons of the.
So yeah, it seems weird, but I feel like that's a lot better than just being just
Four
have
on
one hand deal with it all. And like, imagine you're like left-handed. Fuck you, it's all on the right hand side.
Well, I mean, it's really going to depend how the games are designed, but the fact that I just don't like keeping my thumbs, like having one thumb or having moments where both thumbs have to come off the thumbsticks.
Just play claw, man.
You're not wrong.
What's that? Yeah.
It's just like it's a paradigm shift in that sense, right? Like it's just kind of.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not going to play this.
it.
I'm not going to play a VR game. It's just not my personal taste. So maybe Aiden will spend the buku dollars on it.
You already know I am.
Yeah. You do like
Got
burning
inside out tracking, baby.
Yeah. So what? You have to swallow one so it knows where your body is.
And I'm more down to do that than I was for the PlayStation camera always set up in my room.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think for people that are into VR, along with the VR games that are free that just came out, like it's a great synergy of news.
Yeah, it's nice to see a big player like this continuing to try to push it forward because like the Vive is still a thing. I haven't heard new news about it for a while.
That's a good point. VR tech hasn't really. What news has come out of VR tech in the past 3 years?
Like the last big thing has literally just been Half-Life Alyx, which is apparently amazing, but that's not tech.
There's
been
like cheaper versions going out. I want to say.
Yeah, but
cheaper Oculus things, but that's not really tech. It's just we have a dumbed down version that we hope people will buy.
There's no hardware pushing the envelope, right? No one's pushing the hardware envelope, right? At least currently. So
I think we may have hit a VR plateau for a while.
You think so?
I think
I can see it.
People tried, they got in when it was new, fancy, expensive, and we've kind of created all of the game, like the game types that there could be that are like VR interesting.
I think.
Do you think the barrier is the price point?
I think price point is huge, but other
price
than that,
point and like personal space.
Yeah, just needing to have like I would never do VR here. Like I would have to all right, got to clear out everything from like my living area so I can put this thing on and then say, hey, sorry, person who shares his house with me, girlfriend, you need to go either sit in the bed and not move while I'm fucking over here swinging my arms around, or go lock yourself in the bathroom.
You look like that balloon they put outside of like businesses where it's just flailing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Can you do that again? You're not doing it well enough. You need to deflate a little bit.
I agree. There's enough things on YouTube of people breaking their TVs with large enough living rooms with VR.
Yeah.
I agree. I honestly don't
yeah.
like the immersion. I prefer not to be immersed that deeply into a game. But
It's fun. I've done
That's
it
it.
a couple times, and I've had a good time each time. But it's always been like, I'm glad that I tried that. I don't want to do that for fun, you know?
yeah.
One big thing that I want to see, like, if it ever explodes into mainstream popularity, is more asymmetric style games. Like, asymmetric multiplayer on the Wii U was probably my favorite couch co-op of all time. Like, the base, like, Nintendo Lands game had one where it's just like one person runs away from everyone else. They have their own screen. Everyone else chases them on the big screen. Stuff like that, because it is super fun, and you can't really get that with any modern consoles or
Sure.
PCs easily.
I mean, you can. You play, you know, multiplayer online, and then I have my own screen, and you have your own
Yeah,
screen.
I mean, yeah,
I mean,
it's a thing, but I just miss couch co-op.
Yeah.
what would, when it comes to VR, what would make it more mainstream? Like, what efforts would they take? I've never experienced it, so I can't
needs
say.
To be included, Connect style, like in the box with the next console.
Like a much better price, basically.
Yeah. Much better price, and I guess like VR editions of games. Like when you get Grand Theft Auto 6, the first person mode will have like the VR mode where you can
Okay.
immediately launch into that. You know, right now I feel like there's no like flagship game where
Titles.
it's like,
It's
I
literally
need to
just
play
Alex.
this. Yeah,
That's the only one. Everything else is just like its own little gimmick, which it's neat, but it's not sustainable for the system.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even consider Alex a flagship title. What's the cost? What's the buy-in?
200
For Alex or VR in general?
VR, just VR. What's PSVR buy-in? They didn't announce price for this new tech, but what's the current PSVR, and then what's a PC VR?
I want to say 200 is the minimum.
Yeah, 200 is the minimum, but discounting the fact that you also need to buy the console. Like, if you're buying a PC, like, if you want one that actually runs it well, you're probably spending plus 2K minimum.
Yeah.
And even then, you're not getting the top tier experience.
That's crazy. So, price point's probably the biggest one. Price and space, obviously, right? But
price and space are the things that are really holding people back. But I don't think there's anything there that is big enough of a draw to want people to spend that money.
It's kind of like that. There's not enough things on it because not enough people have it. Not enough people have it because there's not enough things on it, and the other reasons.
I mean, the price point hasn't even dropped that much, right?
There's been cheaper systems. They're just worse.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you wanted the base, like, there hasn't been a price drop for the standard. Whatever is considered the gold standard, I don't know what it is. The prices haven't really dropped in whatever X years it's been released.
I can't really comment on it because I don't keep in touch.
Follow
I don't think so. Yeah.
I think they have, but not to like a considerable degree like they would for any other gaming thing.
Yeah. So definitely piggyback off what Dylan said. Like, it pretty much needs to be out of box. When you buy the console, it has it.
Yeah. I will. I'm not trying to hate on VR, but I'll probably never buy one unless it's included. With whatever.
Right. That's fair.
Yeah. That's what your brother's for. All right.
Hey, man. Brothers are for something.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'll BRB because this next one's sad.
Oh, we're just gonna
pound
you
through.
Can leave. This is gonna be very quick.
Yeah, this is gonna be some quick. Activision doing Activision things. Right? Activision bad at the end of the day. So Activision Blizzard CEO is getting a huge 200.
Wait, say his name.
You know what? They should say his name. Big Dick Hole Bobby Kotick is getting a $200 million payout, essentially, for hitting some sales goals, essentially, for performance goals, because they did really well during the pandemic. And they're also closing down some divisions, particularly a French office and the esports division. So 190 people, roughly, give or at most, are getting laid off. But no worries. Here's the best part. You're still going to get healthcare benefits due to their severance and a $200 gift card to battle.net.
Well, that just means they'll be able to buy the next game that they made. Right?
That's Overwatch skins, baby.
Yeah. No, that's
That sucks, man.
real shitty. I mean, unfortunately, it's not it's not as interesting of a story as it should be, because how often does this kind of stuff happen? Look, he's
All the times.
MeUndies, running around in MeUndies.
So cute.
So
So cute.
that's what you get.
Yeah, I mean, it's
let me
not
tell you,
surprising.
it's lame.
It's garbage, right? Like, to see these people lose their jobs. And I have no problem people like a division shutting down if they can't support themselves, but then to see the CEO make $200 million because overall the company is doing really well is pretty bad. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Dylan and I have been in a situation where we've seen like teams get laid off and stuff, and to not see those teams be like, instead of just absorbed into other teams within the company, like, is sad.
Yes,
Especially when they can afford a $200 million payout. Like, well, obviously you have the money to like take these 190 people and find a place for them. How, like, just put them,
at least give the option.
yeah, like,
And
Yeah.
exactly.
we don't know. Maybe some people had that option, but
Yeah.
it just wasn't what they wanted, and they said, "All right, we don't take it." But
Well, I mean,
just shitty.
yeah,
Especially the two things back to back, of course.
yeah, like timing wise, but to see like people not have their jobs and not like, hey, a better news would have been like, hey, we have 190 people, we're closing this division down, but we found them positions in other parts of the company. This is Activision Blizzard. There's so many studios they own and so many teams they could easily be absorbed into. It just doesn't make, it's like, why?
Yeah, especially in today's world where you don't need to be where you work.
Yeah, you don't need to be in an office, right? Like a hybrid or a remote like world is a thing. It's reality. So,
Yep.
pretty bad, pretty terrible.
Agreed.
Yeah. But last piece of news, which is kind of interesting, GTA 5 launched a new patch. The patch was heavily made by a fan of GTA 5. So essentially, a user found issues with how the game was built and reduced load times by 70%. Originally, it was a unofficial like mod that people could get, and GTA developers were like, "No, this is fucking legit. We're gonna make this official." And they probably could have given him more money, but they gave him like $10,000 part of their bounty program, and load times have been reduced by 70%.
It's
both
cool and super whack.
Yeah, it's like I have like weird mixed feelings about this one. Like, it's cool they recognize this guy did the do, but then
How the fuck? Like, how does this not happen at a point before this by a company like Rockstar?
I mean,
as massive
they
as
don't
they
need
are.
to. Why do the work when somebody will do it for you?
yeah, I think
yeah.
like 10 grand is still 10 grand at the end of the day. But when you see that GTA is still on the top 10 selling month over month for the past however many years it's been out, it's still like a top 10 moneymaker of all games. And this game's
it's a
been
$1 billion
out,
business on its own.
This game's a 2 generations ago. Came out 2 generations ago, and it still makes more money than new releases.
Yeah. And now, thanks to this dude, the game will stay alive, and we will never get GTA 6 because people are going to play this because it loads faster.
I mean, we'll get GTA. We will get to GTA 6, but
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Will we?
yeah. I think so. I think we're gonna get it. It's.
Will you be old enough to play it, or will you be too old to play it?
I might be too old. That's a very good point. My eyes get hurt, a little cataract. my knuckles get a little arthritis. Might not be able to
Yeah,
play
it's
it.
fine. It'll be VR.
Yeah, you put VR at that point.
Oh, it's VR. You know I won't play it. I won't play VR. So
No. This is a new
You'll do it
VR.
for GTA.
Very realistic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you
Haptic
Yeah,
suits.
teleported into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a headset. It's just this little plug that they
Oh.
implant in you.
Little plug.
Yeah.
It'll get jacked in.
Yeah.
It's such a weird. I mean, it's cool, but it's sad because the guy deserves more. Like reducing reducing load times by 70% is pretty significant.
He should have blackmailed them for it. You know, say I got this and it works.
Maybe
Give
that.
me more than $10,000.
Well, I don't think that's how that. I mean, it was already a mod before.
Yeah, he just shouldn't have released it. You know, they don't release it. Say I got this. Show it off.
Yeah.
And then put on a Guy Fawkes. I almost said Guy Fieri mask. Yeah, Guy Fieri mask. And say, give me $40 million, or I won't give you this. Your deadline is tomorrow. You know, get a voice changer.
Yeah, but then be like, okay, we just won't give you the money. What's gonna? They're already making.
Not enough people know about it.
They're already making millions of dollars without it.
Then you.
What incentive do they have to actually pay for that?
Then you have to start murdering people.
I don't know. I don't think that's it.
It probably isn't, but you have to
it might
escalate
be.
somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, it's a great week for just gaming in general. Like as a user, Game Pass had some great drops. PlayStation had some great drops. Yeah.
My Switch still works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's all I got, boys.
I would like to say goodbye to everybody.
That's very sweet of you.
Okay. I
Yes.
really thought there was going to be something more, but yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers.
No.
Bye.
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 Bye.